second time. Maybe we've been living with our eyes half open. Maybe we're bent and broken.
Thank you so much for watching our cover of Meant to Live by Switchfoot. Now, if you want the sounds that I used on this playthrough, linked below. It's a preset that I called my midlife crisis preset, Brian's MLC. I didn't buy a Mazda Miata, I just built a new preset. That's what I did. I'm 45, the time has come. This preset's different than the rest of them, which is why I called it what I did. It switches between a matchless C30, which is my favorite amp of all time, for the clean tones, and a Soldano SLO 100 for the rhythm and driven tones. And so what you basically heard in this whole video was just playing through the SLO amp model. Nothing else on. Well, a compressor on and a bit of reverb and an EQ. That's it. But the preset does a whole lot more. So it goes, you know, does all the clean sounds with the C30, does a bunch of like overdriven type of sounds, solo lead tones. There's one in there called, there's a snapshot and a scene in there called Grease, which I like very much. That'll be linked below. It's available for Line 6 HX units, for Fractal units, and for Quad Cortex. Doesn't use any captures for QC. The Fractal preset is completely stock. The QC preset is completely stock, uses amp models, their cabs. For Line 6, I did use some impulse responses to get like some particular cabs that I wanted, Marshall 412s that I really like, but I was able to get those via the stock modeling in the other units. Now, people always ask me about this guitar. Anytime I play this in a video, people are like, what is that guitar? This is an iconic Tamarack Evo. That means it's like sort of a modern take on the Tamarack, which is their T-style guitar. This is definitely a modern guitar. This thing is awesome. It's got Iconic's own pickups in it. Humbucker in the bridge, has a push pot to split the humbucker if you want. It's actually a Strat neck pickup. Awesome flamed roasted maple neck. This guitar is so cool. Check them out. I'll link to Iconic below. They have unbelievable guitars. They're not cheap, but they are awesome. Finally, I'll say this. I can read the comments in my head now as they're coming in, I'm sure. This is not a worship song. Now, I will concede, Meant to Live is not a song that I would suggest my worship leader schedule for corporate worship on a Sunday morning. Yes, but if you look into Switchfoot, John Foreman, he's the guy who writes a lot of the songs for Switchfoot, their lead singer. Just check him out. You will see that this is a guy who loves Jesus very much. And if you read the lyrics of Switchfoot songs, you'll see that these actually are kind of worship songs, many of them in their own way. And I'll also say that Switchfoot is like, I think they may actually be my favorite band. I always say U2 is my favorite band. I think it might really be Switchfoot. They're definitely up there, and Meant to Live is one of my all-time favorite Switchfoot songs. I've always wanted to play it, and I've always thought like, I don't know if I could pull that off, and then turns out it wasn't that hard to learn. So I'm glad I finally learned how to play Meant to Live, and I can share it with you. So thank you for watching. Hey, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Again, if you want to get this preset, linked below. We'll see you in the next one. Bye.